and welcome. This is Almost Alice. I'm Almost Alice, and we're here with some Don't Starve vanilla version for the start of our Don't Starve series that we're running here. I'm gonna pull this up here. My music's a little bit loud. Got the YouTube copyright-free music thing. Weird. Downloaded a whole bunch of the, Halloween-themed music, spooky music for this here Don't Starve. Alright, so here we are. Oh, I forgot to get more coffee. Alright, good. We're in the middle of a day here. Are you not gonna... Alright. Here we go. What have we got? Let's kind of do some quick assessment here. I guess I don't have any food, so we should fix that. I don't know how that happened. We were... Let's see. Tab for map. So we got our science machine, so we're just prepping, right? Yeah, cool. So we're currently prepping for winter, which means we need to get a couple of various things all set up here. We need to get a whole bunch of wood, logs and stuff, because we're going to need that for the long term. And then, yeah. So I just got back from sunny North Carolina, visiting my siblings down there. It was my niece's birthday, so we were using it as kind of an excuse to hang out, since we don't really get to see each other that often, especially with me halfway across the country here. So it's always a good time to kind of use it as a nice little excuse to get away and see them, see my nephlings. Nephlings is the gender-neutral term for nieces and nephews. I have both nieces and nephews, so it is nice to be able to have a term that encompasses all of them, and not just some of them. And it's so much faster to say. Nephiling. Alright, we need you to get slightly bigger, Mr. Beefalopods, because I don't... This group of beefalo is really small. I need it to be spring, so that I can preferably have them have more beefalos, because I have a lot of, whatchamacallits. I've got a lot of, berry bushes that need to be fertilized. Otherwise, we're gonna have a rough time come winter. So it's just gonna be slow going, I guess. Let's see here. I don't really need more twigs. I don't really need more cut grass. I really just need this. So there's two things I want to start here. I want to get a good forest. I need to get a good stack of logs so we can make some, some... Wow, I'm blanking. So we can make, wow, why am I not being able to think of what this word is? Chests. We need to be able to make chests, because we need a place to store all these rabbits. Rabbits are great, but the problem is that, you're gonna collect rabbits faster than you're gonna use them a lot of times, so we need to find a place to put them, so that they don't cause us storage issues in the long run. So we need to get a whole bunch of logs so we can do that. We want to get a forest so we can essentially burn it down for charcoal. We're going to need charcoal for a couple of things, but it's also really just a good fuel source, so there's that. Did we find any... So one of the things I'm going to need to get eventually is I'm going to need to find gears. And, okay, so the geared guys are over there, so I could go try to kill them. That's going to be a pain in the butt. What's easier a lot of times is finding graves and digging up graves, but I don't seem to have any graves over here. So we're going to be in a little bit of a tough way there. But that's fine. I think we're going to be okay for now. We'll start our little forest. Let's see if I can get any more beefalo dung. Since that's going to kind of be the best option for a lot of this. I don't want to walk into that. I do, just not right now. Not right before the day ends, and we have to figure out what's going on with that. One more pile of manure. One more pile of manure. I don't think that's going to get us enough to fertilize all of them, but it's a really good chunk. So it's a really good start. I'm going to see if we can find a tree over here. I don't think there's any trees over here. Oh, but there's some just past where okay, that's fine. So what I really want to do is I want to get some charcoal going. Charcoal's really going to help us in the long run get some of this stuff set up. A lot of this long-term stuff. So we're going to ignore those guys because I really don't want to fight them. I'm going to come over here, hopefully quickly. Oh, that's a little bit farther away than I would like it to be. It's okay. Should be alright. This music is not helping. I don't know how loud it is for you guys, but it's pretty great. I like it. I'm a fan. That's just a normal... Where is a tree? Can we light that? Thank you. We were in this nice open grassy area and there's just like no trees. Probably because we... Looks like we burned a lot of them, or picked a lot of them up already. That's upsetting. I didn't mean to light that one on fire. So this is going to get us just 2 pieces of charcoal, which kind of sucks. Because I wanted more than 2. But 2 we'll have to do, I guess. Because we got to get back. Now the downside to burning down the trees like that is it does kill them forever. Let's set this guy over here. So that's always a bummer. Because it does indeed kill them forever. There is no getting them back. But we do have a really good source of fuel now. Sort of. I say sort of because we don't have enough of it to really do what we want. So we're going to have to create another... we'll probably plant a whole bunch of trees right there. Digging up a bunch of other things. Alright, we gotta get back to the base camp quickly. Pick that up. Not that. I don't want to use this. I'm going to use a log. Thank you. Pick this. Pick up that, please. Thank you. Alright. So we're gonna cook these. We're gonna eat that. I'm gonna see. We should be able to make... I need 6. That is a lot. Okay. Which means that if we can't make it through the night with what we have, we're gonna... I'm gonna use, the charcoal to get through the night. But we're fine, because we're saving already, so that's good. Alright. So this should be enough food to get us through the day. Save that, eat this. So we're over here, which is fine. It's not the best option, but we're gonna drop this for right now. You know, like, we definitely want... There's definitely some other things I wish we could do right now. But we don't always have the option, so we need to build one of these. So this one should be the miscellaneous stuff that we don't necessarily want to carry around with us every time we're walking around, which, like, pine cones, which is great. We need to fertilize these guys. Oh, we're just one short? That's super upsetting. Oh, man. Bummer. It's alright. But now we can use this. Chester, come over here. Oh my gosh. Let's see if I can get Chester to come over this way a little bit. There we go. I hate that I can't have Chester and the box open at the same time. It's super frustrating. But the good thing is we now opened up a whole bunch of space in Chester. That was going to become a problem in the long run. Chester doesn't really need to be holding that. We can get rid of that. This can also go in here. We only had that because of the we needed to make the prototype, basically. Let's see here. Let's pick up this so we can. So you'll see that the food is starting to expire. The way that that's determined is it's like it seems like it's the average cost. I don't know why I equipped that. Where do I want to put this? Right here seems fine. It seems like it's the average cost of, or like the average spoilage rate. So if you pick up something new out of a group of things that have already started to spoil, you'll actually save it a little bit. So you'll notice I'm making two different little groves here, because when I burn one of them down, I don't want the other one to burn down too, so I'm trying to make sure that we separate them a little bit. It won't affect the bunnies' habitats if we plant trees. They like foresty areas just as much, so we won't really have a problem with that. We might be too close to this over here, which is a bummer, but that's fine. So we'll get those to be able to burn down those in a little bit. I'm gonna come over and examine it over this way. Hopefully I'm gonna eat some of these. Hopefully I'll find some more trees to burn down. But no, so I was just in North Carolina. Oh, shit. I totally dropped my my axe that I had built for the purpose of this. That's alright. So just in North Carolina visiting my siblings, which was a heck of a lot of fun. I really enjoy my siblings. I enjoy their kids. They are adorable and fantastic. I have always been the kind of the doting aunt from halfway across the country. No, I don't necessarily get to see them as much as I would like, but when I do, I spoil them so much. And by that I mean I love them. Like, I play with them, and I read to them, and we hang out, and it's a good time. I can't spoil them financially yet. One day I will be able to. But today is not that day. It's certainly fun to just see them and hang out with them and hear their funny tales, because they're small children, right? Like, they have the funniest of tales, I think. They are about 4. They're 3.5. My niece and nephew. My siblings had kids around the same time, which is pretty great. Oh, I'm actually maxed out on seeds. All right, I'll have to. My prep work took longer than I thought. I I need at least these two because I need to make a crack. I need to make a crack pot. It's not optional. All right, there we go. But no, it's just so much fun. I was playing Fire Emblem with them a little bit. They're too young to actually play video games. But Fire Emblem has a lot of the like the visual novel aspects to it, right? With some sections getting so engrossed in the story that you're basically just reading. And it just came out Friday, so I was playing a whole bunch of that with them, and they had just, it was so much fun to hang out with them and see what they like, just how they interacted with it. It was pretty fantastic. Oh, don't tell me that I need. Curses! I still can't make my crockpot because, reasons. Is there a... There is! Perfect. We're gonna do this absolutely ridiculous thing. That's probably gonna cause us a bunch of sanity loss. But I need 3 more rocks, and there happens to be a boulder here, so we're gonna mine this boulder. I somehow got really lucky with the amount of, that's fine, I don't want that. I got really lucky with the amount of seed drops that we've been getting. I actually gonna have to cook a lot of those, which sucks. Mostly because they're best when you can just not use them. Because if you don't cook them, they last longer. But, that being said... I can now make this crock pot, which not only frees a whole bunch of space, but also it's going to let us use... Chester, where'd you go? Thank you. Oh, right, you don't have any bunnies. Let's murder 1 bunny. Now, we can make some good old food. I shouldn't have done that. That's okay. The crockpot's going to be really useful in the fact that it makes meatballs. Meatballs happen to do this really cool thing where they don't really heal you a lot, but they fill up your entire stomach bar. So you don't have any issues with hunger. So while they're not great right now, for what I'm about to do, they're going to be fantastic. So we're going to... So the good thing about meatballs is you can make your rabbits last a lot longer by putting 1 piece of meat and 3 pieces of vegetable or fruit in with the stew, basically. And it will do the same thing. It'll still make meatballs. The downside to that is that you have to have fruits and vegetables. And I currently am right out. So we're going to have to use all... we're lighting both of these fields on fire. We're going to light all these on fire. Charcoal is one of the best sources of fuel, I think. It also happens to be a really good way to get rid of the pine cones you get. If you carry too many pine cones, you'll get these Ents that follow you around, and they're a nightmare because they will hunt you down and kill you. And they just chase you around. And then you actually have to light things on fire to get rid of them. Oh, I killed a rabbit in the process. Sad day. Can we put something? Not that, though. Can we put, like, these guys up there? Great. Perfect. I'm gonna have to murder one of these rabbits. So I can pick up other bits of rabbit. that we brutally murdered. But yeah, so if we have too many pine cones on you, these Ents will come after you. I'm sure we'll see one eventually. We haven't really done a whole lot of exploring. We'll be doing that probably tomorrow. We'll see. We prepped all this today instead, so... Charcoal's gonna help us in the long run if we go out exploring, because it'll create, if we stay out too long, we'll be able to create, fires that last a long time. What I need to do right now is I need to find I need to get a couple of things that we want to prep for the winter. Such as, so now we're going to plant these. These are not going to be for charcoal use. These are going to be for actual logs. We only have 4, so it actually works pretty well. So what we're going to want to do is we want to get a couple of things. We need to get a whole bunch of stones. We can make something called a thermal stone over the winter, which is super helpful for it. You put it by a fire, it gets nice and toasty warm, and then it keeps you carry it around. It produces a little bit of light, but mostly it keeps you warm, and is really invaluable because of that. What we want to do is make sure we have enough stones to make one of those, first off. Damn it, we're already out of that, but that's fine. We'll put this here. We've got this, we've got that, we've got this. We've got one rabbit. Chester, what do you have on you? Spears, stones. Alright. So we should be good for adventuring tomorrow. Let's go see if we can't find that last piece of manure we need. That last piece of manure we need is going to get us this. We've got enough of an armor built up with our armor here. Oh, excuse me. There we go, last piece of manure. And, as you can see, we've got red butts, which are bad because they're going to chase me down. But good, because this also means they're mating. Which means that next spring, we will have more little buddies. More little buddies. And by more little buddies, I mean they're going to have babies. And they will grow up. And then there'll be a bigger herd, which means they will produce more manure. All of these things being incredibly good things for us in the long run. Oh, look at that. See, that is why we are excited here. You have the charcoal? You have the charcoal. Chester, give me the charcoal. Alright. We're gonna light this crack pot up. We're gonna put 2 pieces of meat, 3 pieces of meat? 3 pieces of meat, because I only have 1 berry. But that gives me 2 meatballs. Whenever that's done. We're gonna come over here. Rope. I should be able to make enough rope for this. Give me the charcoal. So one of the other things we can do with charcoal is make a drying rack. Drying racks are pretty sweet because what they end up doing is they create jerky. Unsurprisingly. So we'll be able to put this guy up there. Sadly, it's 1 piece of meat per 1 drying rack, so I'll probably end up making a couple of drying racks for the sake of speed. They make really good. So boom, immediate health. We're gonna cook a whole bunch of these, mostly because I want them for healing, because I'm probably gonna run into something I'm gonna have to fight. Get this, get that. That's fine. Oh hey, it's nighttime. I didn't realize that. We can use 2 of those and I won't really feel too bad about it. Move this up here. I don't know what song it's playing. Alright. Here we go. But yeah, so North Carolina was pretty chill. I went down there. It was pretty short notice. I got like a couple of days notice, 4 or 5 or 6 days. So I went down with like 0 expectations. I was like, if there's a car taking me somewhere, I will be going somewhere. As far as like family time plans were concerned, because sometimes it's just easier that way, right? So that was kind of how I jived with that weekend. It said saving, but it didn't port over to the next day. There we go. That was strange. But so it was actually kind of really nice to just kind of play it by ear like that. I got to do some really fun stuff because of it. So like Saturday night, it was my like brother and sister-in-law's, like one of their best friends. It was their birthday. So we went out downtown. They were doing some big old fun stuff for his birthday. Like they'd already had plans, and it turned out there was an extra space, so I ended up going, they had rented a pedal trolley, like one of those, like, you gotta pedal along, and apparently the way they do it there is, you actually have to actively pedal, so it was kind of a heck of a workout, and it wasn't bad, it was just kind of funny. We're, like, all on this pedal trolley, like, I didn't know it was a pedal trolley originally, I thought it was, like, a booze trolley, but we're, like, I'm on this trolley just like trucking it along. It was pretty great. Alright, so what are we looking for? We needed... The big thing we're looking for right now is, oh my gosh, what am I... There we go. I'm looking for... Do I want more berry bushes? No, it's fine. I'm looking for... Actually, you know what? No, I do want more berry bushes. Give me that. I'm looking for graves. That's right. We're going to take every 3rd berry bush we see. Not every one, but every 3rd one. It seems like a pretty arbitrary number, and it kind of is. It was just the number that came to my brain space. But what that's going to do is it's going to give us a handful of berries to kind of munch on and add to our berry bush collection back at the farm, and it will also let us kind of ease into stuff. I'm looking for a spooky land, so that's the 3rd one. So we've got, well, we can still harvest it, right? Like, so we could take that one. Mine. Alright. So we didn't do this quite right, because we should have 6 for every... Yeah, I'm gonna take these carrots, too. Because we're gonna find a gear. That's the goal. We need to find 1 gear. Because then with the gear, we can put all this in an icebox and save it and keep it for a lot longer. But it was a lot of fun. So we were on this pedal trolley doing pedal trolley mid-20s age kids stuff. And it was a blast. I was reminded that I am old, and I apparently don't like what I call party bars. The kind of bars you go to that are loud and ruckus, and they're fun. They're fun to be in, for sure. I just would prefer to not be in those. I like being in the quiet bars with good food and good people. And I had not realized to the extent of which I had gotten to that place in my life. I am gonna need logs, because I don't have any apparently. I'm gonna need them if I want to survive this night that's about to come up here. Alright, well, beat that, I guess. We're almost out of health, so it's not, or out of belly space, so that's fine. Do we still haven't found a single grave? This is frustrating. That is the end of that path there. I know apparently it didn't catch that we were on the oceanfront, but we were. That's annoying. If we could find some graves, that'd be great. I'd be real happy about that. Nothing over here. Okay, so there'll probably be some down here. I guess I haven't explored like anything down this way, so let's go this way. Alright, I think we're gonna be good on the veggies for a while. We'll leave those to do their thing. Nights are getting darker, which is the bummer. Still no graves, right? Like, okay, so where? There's nowhere I can go on this path down here that I haven't already seen. Okay, that's fine. Oh, there's a touchstone though, that's nice. Oh, shit. See, I knew at some point we would run into a problem. Can I just... There we go. That was much easier. Leafy meat? I've never had leafy meat before. That looks pretty gross, not gonna lie. So that's a new experience. I don't think that one of those has ever given me meat before. Tasty? Question mark? Figure that out. So we went to a whole bunch of different places, a whole bunch of bars in the downtown area of where they live. And then we, what was it? And then we ended the night by going to this dance club that my brother was like, nah, I don't want to go. But his wife and their friend, his birthday was Clayton. We all went out and had a pretty hilariously good time at this nightclub. And it's been a very long time since I've been to either a rave or a nightclub. So it was an experience to say the least. In kind of a really fun way. It was very enjoyable for me. I used to do a lot of that kind of stuff. But, all right, I think we're gonna call that a night. Thank you all for watching. As always, like, follow, subscribe, join me on Twitter or Discord or Twitch, all these fun places. We'll see you soon and have a great night.